All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host, Larry, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to enable vibrant visuals, or just better visuals in general, while you're playing Minecraft Bedrock. So, depending on what your settings are, you might have something that looks like this, where everything kind of looks a little flat. It's not quite as vibrant as it might otherwise look. The shadows aren't as deep and fancy, and things just aren't looking that cool. And there's a really simple way to fix all of that. All you have to do is either go to your settings, and this tends to be a little bit different depending on how your settings are set up, but here under video, you'll have the ability to change from a simple to fancy to vibrant video. But here under your settings, you can change it really easily, even in game, if you have the right settings enabled. From simple to fancy to vibrant visuals, even to ray traced, if you have the correct resource pack currently enabled in this world. If you don't see this, you might have to actually get all the way out of your world, log out to your main menu screen, and once you're here on the main menu, go all the way back here till you see the login screen, Minecraft, and go to settings. We want to go down to video. And the main setting I want to point out here is allowing in-game graphics mode switching. I would turn that on just because I like being able to play with my graphics whenever I want to, although this will cause a spike in lag as you change settings sometimes, so just be aware that things might freeze up, and if that causes problems, you might need to turn that off. But if this was turned off, you wouldn't have been able to see any of these settings while in the game. So the way this works is I'm currently on fancy graphics. To switch to vibrant visuals, all I have to do is click it, and then you have some different options here. You can set this to performance mode, where it'll favor frame rates over things looking maximum pretty. You can favor visuals, where everything is just popped to the max, and you don't have to worry about it. Or you can customize your settings, which you can do by just going down here and adjusting your settings. Like you probably want to, depending on your system, limit your frame rate to 60 FPS or 120 FPS. That can fix some lag problems. I know you think to yourself, but Larry, if I've got like 1,000,000 frame rate, wouldn't that make things better? Not always, weirdly enough. You can change your shadow quality. I'm just leaving mine on ultra, same with cloud range. Volumetric fog is fine. Reflections being ultra is fine. We want this to look pretty. That's the whole point of vibrant visuals. You can make sure the render distance is bumped up to like a bajillion years in the future. Resolution is automatic because that would change the size of my window here and I'm recording. Then we want to make sure it renders clouds, fancy leaves, bubbles, all that good stuff. I'm not sure what improved input response is grayed out for. I think that's because I'm not currently using a controller. UI profile, we can just use classic. I don't really like the pocket edition, but you can go through all of these. They're all pretty self-explanatory. You can even hide the hands of your character when you're recording if you don't want to see your HUD or your hands and you just want to have full immersion. All that stuff is in here. So once all that stuff is enabled, we can go back to play, and we can go back to our ocean ruins, and we can click on that. And I have one last piece of settings that I want to talk about here today. So there you go. Now things have like a volumetric glow effect to them. The water has depth. If I actually fall back into the water, you can see the water has depth. The coral kind of has like a glow to it a little bit. And as I swim around here, things just look fancier and better. And even the animation for a lot of the animals is just a whole world better. There's even fancy lighting effects on the ground. And if I were to fly in some direction towards a landmass, like over here, there you go. As I fly over here towards this landmass, you can see the environmental lighting will change as I go through different biomes. I'll go into this sand biome. It looks fantastic. And so everything generally gets improved with the vibrant visuals. Now, the other thing I wanted to point out as a setting, just because people always ask about it, is if I go back in here under video, why wasn't my ray tracing available in the main menu? Well, the reason why your ray tracing might be grayed out, if you have a ray tracing capable graphics card, you have up-to-date graphics and all that, is ray tracing requires you to have a proper texture pack equipped on this world in order to use ray tracing goodies. It'll remain grayed out if you don't have those capabilities from your hardware and you don't have the right texture pack enabled. I have it enabled, so that's why I said you want to make sure in-game graphics mode switching is enabled, because that's what lets you properly utilize ray tracing inside of the actual level itself. So that's how you turn on vibrant visuals. It's also how you turn on ray tracing. I hope you found that helpful. I've been your host, Larry. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody, and have a good one.